Now we're live. Now we're live. Just so everybody. By the way, good evening, truck and track. Kendra, how are you?
I
Let's get
am
all
wonderful. Yep.
get the pleasurables out of the way here. Kendra and I was carrying on for almost 5 minutes, and then we seen a post that it's not live yet. So I look over. I clicked live, but it never went through. So we're here.
So we've already done this once.
Yeah, we already done this once, so we should be well rehearsed. But I'll still screw it up. It's banquet week for East Coast Pro Pulling. And I've had 3 a.m. nights the last 2 or 3 nights, and I'm caught up. I'm ready. I'm ready to go camping after the fact. I can tell you that. I'm out of here again. But anyway, gosh, what all did we talk about? It was so good the first time around.
It did. Yeah.
You really went
kept
smooth.
saying that, you were done after the banquet, and I said, no, you're not, because we have the Keystone.
Oh, the
Nationals
Keystone.
coming up.
And then I said I
Yeah.
quit, which nobody
And
heard.
then I said, you better not.
No. See, Kendra doesn't know it yet, but Kendra's really going to be a big part of my part at Keystone National. She doesn't know it yet. See, Kendra doesn't know how to say no, so.
Yeah, exactly. And it gets me in trouble all the time.
But anyway.
No, it doesn't. I'm always happy to help, especially when it comes to Keystone. So.
Keystone is going to be hopefully a big show. I don't want to get into politics right now, and I never do on the show. I don't like politics. But we worry about the C word, the COVID stuff, and now there's other stuff we got to worry about. That are we going to be able to travel?
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that, and let's hope. But anyway, Diesels and Dark Corners.
Diesels and Dark Corners.
Kendra is going to be our superstar tonight because, again, I've been
in trouble.
extremely busy getting ready for this banquet. And pullers, if you're watching East Coast wise, yes, I did get year-end videos done finally, and I have some sets burned of every class finally. And I've been working on
that all have sound.
Yes, come to find out, I don't know if I told you, Kendra, there was a patch that was released by the Cyberlink company, and there's a little plug for them, by the way. But anyway, I really like the program. That's why I keep sticking with it. It was released in February. I knew nothing about it. So I downloaded that patch, and it's been smooth sailing. So it is what it is.
So Brad just said that he was looking for me, but there's so many people bundled up. I did not pack accordingly for the trip to Georgia because it's supposed to be warm in the South, and it was not. So I was one of the few people walking around shivering all weekend. And I was either at the truck or at the end of the track. So that's
okay. I got a bone to pick here. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Yeah, I see. Sorry, he got excited. Jr. Chris Smith was probably referring to me, but Mr. 2057 said that I am turning 30 in 20 days. So what are you trying to say? 2030 or 2057? I turned 32 24 years ago. Okay.
Yeah, I did not have 4 or 5 layers on. Friday night, I only had a long sleeve shirt and a sweatshirt, and I froze. Had a little bit of alcohol in me to try and keep me warm, because of course that always helps. and then Saturday, Norm was nice enough to let me borrow a jacket. So
such a kosher pickle he is.
You know, he can be a nice guy when he wants to be. I can't talk bad about him. But yes, we had a wonderful time in Georgia.
For the most part.
For the most part. Yeah, it was very cold. Not a lot of sleep, but hey, that's what pulling is all about.
That's right.
Had a great time, had a wonderful house to sleep in. Actually found out that all the beer money guys that were down there doing all their videos and stuff actually were in the house next to us, and they came over for breakfast, and
imagine
nothing like fixing breakfast for 14 people in a kitchen you don't know. So
oh wow.
And if you've seen any of the videos and TikToks and all that stuff, when Jason Schultz was dressed up in the frog costume in the bathtub, that was in this girl's room. So I don't want to know what happened in there while I was out fixing breakfast, but all I know is a bunch of men walked in there and I got nothing. So
Well,
everything
that's a
looked
good
good.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, it got quiet, and then I found out what happened, and I'm like, I'm done.
Well, green
Uh,
is your color if you're talking about frogs and stuff.
yeah, exactly. And I was wearing my pickle pajama pants, so who was I to judge him in the in the
I would ask for a photo, but I'm scared to death to see it.
well, everything was PG this weekend. No, I did not film him in the pond, but if you look in the background, that is the house that we're sleeping in, and and you can see Norm's pulling truck there in the driveway. So, yeah, what happened in Georgia stays in Georgia.
Boy, it's
And
amazing the things you find out. Wow.
yeah, the bottle of Pink Whitney that we found in the cupboard, it was just a very interesting weekend, and we had a lot of good fun.
That's good.
Yep, but I do have results. Look at me go.
It's
Got
all
kinds of
Kendra.
pages.
I'm gonna sit back, close my yap, and let Kendra have at it. And the floor is yours, dear.
Yeah. Oh, and the best part of the story was we were sitting down there Friday night, and I looked over across the pits, and I'm like, that looks like Corey Forrester.
Oh my.
And here to find out, Corey changed some flights around and everything, and he ended up coming to Georgia, but his flights and rental cars and everything got all messed up. And him and I were actually in the airport in the rental car place at the same time, but didn't know that each other was there.
Isn't
And
that
he ended
bizarre?
up having to fly to Charleston, South Carolina to pick up a rental car and drive back down. Meanwhile, I could have picked him up
Yeah.
and took him right to
Yeah.
the pool.
Wow.
So that was kind of a little crazy, because Corey and I are pretty good friends, and neither one of us thought to call the other one and make sure that neither one of us needed anything. And
Speaking of Corey Forrester, we need
uh-oh.
to start twisting on him. I had a conversation with him probably a month ago
Mm-hmm.
about coming on here, and he was sure. So I will turn that process over to you to twist his arm a little harder, and
Yeah,
we'll have him on as a first Keystone guest or something.
I think that sounds like a great
Yep,
idea. And I have a
absolutely.
couple really funny pictures that probably need to be put out in the world of Corey. So this might be a
Oh
good place
boy,
to do that.
you have no idea some of the stuff I could put out about Corey, but we'll leave it alone.
I think it'd be a great time.
Yep,
So yeah,
absolutely.
I'll have to twist his arm a little bit. I'm up at Forester Farm Equipment at least once every 2 weeks, if not every week. So I'll be
Okay.
able to start working on him.
Yeah, it'd be, we got to start gearing towards Keystone here soon. Of course, Clint Tucker as well. I'd like to try to get a hold of him
Yep.
about the upcoming Shipshewana. It's hard to say Shipshewana instead of Gordyville. But
I know
Gordywana, I guess they call it Gordywana. So,
yep, it's going to take me a while to get used to that too, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
yep. Okay, floor is yours. Tell us
So
all
yeah,
about Georgia.
results from Diesels and Dark Corners. Like I said, great event. Oh my goodness.
Ha!
Nobody wants to see this. No, just kidding.
Don't hide the
Huge,
crab.
yeah, huge turnout of vehicles, tractors, trucks, everything, semis, and it had to be one of the most photographed events because I think at one point there was like 5 photographers lined up. It was crazy, awesome. Not sure why there wasn't an Eastern Extreme camera there, but we'll let that
All
slide.
right. Now you had to go there, didn't you?
I did actually. Um, so
Coming
if I
soon.
had to be
Coming
there
soon.
freezing my butt off, so did you. So the
Understood.
first class on Friday evening was the Pro Farm tractor class. And the beauty of these, we'll call them off-season pools, pools that aren't necessarily sanctioned. There was quite a diverse class there. Yeah, you don't want me to take any sort of cameras. No. So in the Pro Farm tractor class, which is what most of us up here would think of as like a Pro Farm or a Hot Farm, a lot of the light limited guys went down and ran with it. So taking the win was Smokey Smith with the fast forward at 311.18. Marty Smith, his brother, on the Ford 9600 was right behind him at 299.63. Third place was Keith Race with the Red Rattler International out of Kentucky at 299.38. Fourth place was Bradley Seal, who has officially named his tractor the Mother-in-Law's Nightmare. What we always called was the New Holland T7, is now the Mother-in-Law's Nightmare. 280.85 was his distance. Fifth place was Roy Dumas with Not Your Average Deer, a John Deere out of South Carolina. At
Boy, there's a name you don't want to get tongue twisted on.
Yeah, because it's even spelled very similar.
Yes.
Just take out the B and that's what you got. 251.15. And then unfortunately there was 3 disqualifications and 1 who was unable to go back. Royce McGowan, on the Instigator John Deere, went out there and just blew it away, and unfortunately they reset the sled and he was unable to come back. And then Daryl Stewart on the Perfect Storm International was disqualified for going out of bounds on the right-hand side, and Justin Massey with the Old Red was unable to hook to the sled also. The second class for the evening was the 3.6 diesel trucks, and taking the win that night was Norm Neuswanger with the Chapter 11.
Who?
I know, the Fickle Pickle.
Oh my!
Took the win. Did you not know that?
No, I didn't. I haven't seen any results.
Yeah, Norm won on Friday night.
Well, how about that?
Yeah, we all needed that win. So good job, Norm. 310.54.
Hence the pink beverage, the pink Whitney. Yeah.
That was not ours. That was left over in the house. We had other beverages. Second place was John Mans with the Crazy X at 303.89. East Coast representing strong. Good job, guys. Greg Strandl with the Out of Hand Chevy from Wisconsin was third place at 294.94. Fourth place was Nathan Vey with the Jumpin' Jack Flash out of Kentucky at 280.27. Fifth place was Brady Ingram with the Shy Diesel truck out of Illinois at 201.49. I believe he had some pump issues. And that was a wrap for the.
Uh-oh. Well, how about that? We lost Kendra. You froze up, Kendra. Hold on a second. I don't know if you can still hear us or not. But anyway, rats. So anyway, like, subscribe, share. We'll wait till Kendra gets herself geared up here. Fantastic year of pulling this year. It was nice to get a full schedule in. Maybe a rain out or two here and there, but and I will bring to attention the fact that the website, my website, is way behind. I have a lot of videos to list, and I have a lot of event video customers, and obviously I haven't heard from you because the lists need to be updated. And I will be doing that very soon, if not within the next week or two. So just hang in there. We have a lot of video events to add, as well as the 2021 year-end class events sets. So just hang in there. She's back, and we'll get all those listed, and you'll be ready to or be able to purchase them. So welcome back, Kendra.
Apparently Comcast did not get all their issues figured out. So if that happens again, I'll be right back.
That's not a problem. It's all good. It's all good.
So we talked about 3.6 guys. Gave a big shout out to my East Coast guys there. Then they had some hot street semis there. For some reason, they did not record any distances, and I did not watch the class. So I will tell you the semis that were there. But we don't, unfortunately, have any distances. All of these guys were from mostly up here in the West Virginia, PA, Ohio, and then there was also a Georgia there. So Ed Ziegler with his Death Row Freightliner was there, as well as Jerry Martin with the Inconvenience Freightliner. Everybody should know that truck if they listen to us. Nate August with the Work in Progress Kenworth, also out of PA here. Beth Ann Scott with the Moki 2, a Freightliner out of Ohio, as well as her husband, Mark Scott, with Mr. Moki, another Freightliner.
They are two strong running trucks. I got
They
to see
are.
them for the first time at the Buck this past August. Very
And
good
they're
running.
very sharp looking.
Yes,
Very
you
sharp
bet.
looking.
You bet.
Joe Mitchell was also there with his The Lady Kenworth. And then another well-known name to the show was Hank Oster with the Scrapper. He did unfortunately have some breakage, but so he was unable to come back on Saturday night. But of course, in true Hank fashion, he put on a show for us on Friday night. The next class was the light protractors. There was 9 of them there, and again, unfortunately, 2 of them were disqualified. Well, one was disqualified, one was unable to come back. It's a tough track for tractors on Friday night. Taking the win was Brandon Branch with the Farm Boy Toy out of Georgia. So congratulations, one of the hometown guys took the win at 324.21. Mark Smith with the blue unit at 318.38. Shane Scott got to drive Smokey Smith's fast forward, the light limited fast forward, and went 309.64. Fourth place was Daryl Stewart with the Perfect Storm at 294.59. Fifth place was Smokey Smith on the Black and Blue at 291.08. Sixth place was Justin Massey with Old Red at 290.76. Seventh place was Keith Race with the Red Rattler at 287.1. And then Smokey on the Light Pro Fast Forward unfortunately broke I believe, brake caliber and took a hard left out of bounds. So he was disqualified. And then again, Royce McGowan with the Instigator was unable to bring his tractor back. And then we move into the 3.0 class. And there was 26 trucks in the 3.0 class. And we had trucks from Indiana, Texas, Ohio, Maryland, PA, Kentucky, New York, everywhere. Trucks from how many ever states I just said there. So taking the win out of, and this is the 3.0 class, was Jeff Hossel with Flirtin' with Disaster at 337 feet, 0.14. Second place was Derek Amos with the Recycled Hooker at 335.59. Again, gotta love
names.
Catchy names. Third place was Dan Valance with the Farm Truck out of Texas at 335.35. Fourth place was Corey Frank with the Troublemaker 2 at 333.20. Fifth place went to Clint Mills with Against All Odds at 330.96. Sixth place was Jay Hill with the Widowmaker at 330.81. So these guys were really tight. Good. It was a really good class. Seventh place was Adam Halen with the Wrecker at 329.49. And again, in eighth place was Adam Halen with his Most Hated truck at 329.32. Ninth place was Eric Huck with Slightly Overworked at 327.45. 10th place was Charlie Reckert with Ain't Cheatin' Yet at 326.48. 11th place was Sean. I am not even going to try to pronounce his last name. With the Secondhand Smoke with Kentucky at 323.56. 12th place was Garrett Locks with the Unlocked at 322.19. 13th went to Adam White with the Gambler out of Kentucky at 321.94. 14th went to Jennifer Pushbar with Hellfire truck out of New York at 321.62. 15th was Corey Frank with Calls in Trouble at 319.55. 16th went to Brian Schill with the Iron Maiden at 319.25. 17th went to Kyle Spickelman with Old Jenny at 319.06. 18th went to Nathan Hood with the Hood Rat 318.18. 19th went to Mike Burton with Backwoods Evolution at 316.96. 20th went to Travis Pushlar with the Half-Breed at 314.10. 21 was John Smith with his Dodge at 311.13. 22nd was Dominic Gambino with the Brothers Diesel at 309.49. 23rd was Chuck Dutter with Always Something at 308.69. 24th was Calvin Logan with the Running Out of Room at 306.03. 25th was Matt Locks with Night Howler at 305.95. And rounding out the class was Adam Kincaid with the Kenny's Pulling Parts Ford at 209.41.
Wow, what a class.
Yeah, a lot of them.
You need a break.
I was just thinking, I was like, I should have brought more water up here. But it was a good thing that they had that such big class, because a couple of the trucks from the 3.6 class wanted to run in the super stock class and needed time to swap some turbos, work on their clutch and stuff like that. So it all worked out. So the next class that ran was the super stock diesel trucks, 6 of them in the class. And taking the win with one heck of a pass was not Norm. Was Brady Ingram with the Shy Diesel Dodge at 355 feet, .50. I believe he had the longest hook, and it was a beautiful pass. So congratulations to Brady Ingram. Second place went to Nick Gillette with the Top Shelf at 341.47. Third place went to Greg Strandel with the Out of Hand Chevy truck out of Wisconsin at 311.78. Fourth place went to Terry Biggs with Deadpool at 290.04. Fifth place went to Chris Kissick with the Hand Grenade at 225.05. And rounding out the class, unfortunately, was Nathan Bay with the Jumpin' Jack Flash at 186.69. And the next class we'll get into is the 2.6 Pro Street Diesel trucks, and they had 28 in the class. So
I was thinking 30 plus, but I was close.
Yeah.
Take your time. Take your time.
I think there was a couple more that showed up on Friday nights or Saturday nights, so we'll have to see. Taking the win with the 2.6 class was J.W. Oliver with the Duke out of Georgia at 324.88. It's always nice to see guys from like the home state win when you go to these faraway pools.
Yeah.
Second place was Nick Kinnaman with the Devil's Hooker here out of Maryland at 321 even. Third place was Ernest Schwartz with Bessie at 320.97. Fourth place was Doug Monroe with the Bad Influence at 319.15. Fifth place went to AJ Loneker out of Ohio at 318.76. Sixth place went to Sheldon DeHuveter. I'm assuming. If I butchered that, I apologize. With the Renegade Diesel at 317.14. Seventh went to Jason Stauffer with his Ford at 316.86. Eighth place went to Ed McConnell with the White Lie at 316.41. Ninth place went to Tanner Williams with Iron Will at 313.45. Oh, wow, he was from Missouri. I bet he had a ride. 10th place went to Zach Glacken with On the Edge at 313.23. 11th went to Ron King with The Problem Child at 312.23. 12th went to Trevor Turner with MT Pockets. I get that. That's funny. Yep. 310.91. Sorry. I'm still a little sleep deprived here. Leroy Hirschberger.
I know the feeling.
With The Wife's Nightmare at 310.39. 14th place was Travis Rice with his Dodge out of Ohio at 310.24. I'm done with that page. 15th went to Robert Young with the Booyah Dodge at 310.14. 16th went to Nick Filler with Prime Time at 308.72. 17th went to J.L. Krieger with the Midnight Rambler at 307.85. 18th place went to Join Wells Joyner Wells at 305.23. 19th went to Luke Simpson with the 100 Guns at 298.98. 20th place went to Kyle Garner with the Nightmare Squared at 298.51. 21st went to Mike Peabody with Struck by Lightning at 297.09. 22nd went to Jonathan Kaufman with the Blue Shadow at 294. 23rd was Nate Walleman with Billy the Kid Reloaded at 291.63. 24th went to Charles Young with the Big Black Wolf at 289.89. Charles Young Hank Carlton with Sue at 286.40 was 25th. 26th was Gaynor Hardy with his Dodge out of Georgia at 282.76. 27th went to Brent McGarity with Cashed Out at 267.29. And rounding out the class and rounding out the night was Nick Zackenert with the High Stakes Dodge at 251.48.
Did you have the results for the 3-0 trucks?
I already did the 3-0 trucks.
Kidding.
And they're down there on the floor, so we're done. We are done. Yes, the Jumping Jack Flash did live up to its name on Friday night and definitely had some hopping issues.
Oh,
so, but on Saturday, stay tuned. So Saturday afternoon, they fed us one heck of a meal. I unfortunately had just got done fixing everybody breakfast, so I didn't enjoy it to its full capabilities.
And hungover, I'm sure.
I was not hungover. I was not hungover. So we're just gonna leave it at. I behaved myself mostly on Friday night.
See, you do good until you throw that one last word in. Then you make.
Well, I can't lie. So there's people watching this that'll call me out on that.
Gotcha.
So, all right. So Saturday, it did warm up just a smidge for us, a little bit, but didn't last long. The wind wasn't blowing, so it wasn't as horrible, luckily. But had beautiful weather otherwise. I know in the beginning of the week they were calling for rain and had a lot of people nervous, but we didn't have any of that to contend with. So they ran almost the same pulling order, just swapped the super stock trucks with the 3.6 class. So we'll just start right down the line. Did have a few more people show up on Saturday, which was nice. And in that class was the Pro Farms. There was 7 tractors who made a hook. The 8th tried to go out, but unfortunately he had he had just as much smoke coming out of the bottom of the engine as he did the top, which doesn't usually mean good things for the engine. So they told him, "You got oil running everywhere. Take her back to the truck." So taking the win was Daryl Stewart with the Perfect Storm at 316.54. Second place was Matt Smith with the Fast Forward at 310.91. Third place went to Justin Massey with Old Red at 310.69. Fourth went to Keith Race with Red Rattler at 305.83. Fifth place went to Bradley Seal with the Mother-in-Law's Nightmare at 300.62. Sixth place went to Roy Dumas with the Not Your Average Deer at 281.82. And seventh went to Ray Foster with the Liberty Bell at 199.19.
Just real quick. I'm not ignoring anybody in the chat. I went to try to type to somebody, and my keyboard. Whatever.
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh no! I told you it's been a week and a half of pure hell.
Your computer is tired. It's time to be done. Apparently.
Yeah. Well, its owner's getting tired too. I'm not ignoring anybody. I guess I'll try my cell phone, but I can't type to you on my keyboard right now for whatever reason. So is what it is.
All right, so the second class of the night was the super stock diesel trucks. Taking the win again was Brady Ingram with the Shy Diesel Dodge out of Illinois. He had a heck of a weekend. I guess he pulled 4 times, and as you'll see, got 3 wins. So, way to go, Brady Ingram.
Absolutely.
Second place went to Terry Biggs with Deadpool at 321.89. Third place went to John Mans with the Crazy X at 317.66. Fourth went to Greg Strandel with the Out of Hand Chevy at 312.80. Following closely behind him was Norman Newswanger with the Chapter 11 at 312.58. Sixth place went to Nathan Bay with the Jumpin' Jack Flash, and he had a wonderful run that time. Truck had a, I don't want to call it picture perfect because there's always room for improvement usually when it comes to truck pulling, but he had a very, very good run in the super stock class. And seventh place went to Nick Gillette with Top Shelf at 260.77. And then the next class they ran, again, was the Hot Street Semis, and this time I have distances. So taking the win was Nate August with the Work in Progress Kenworth at 351.11. Second place went to Mark Scott with Mr. Moki at 334.90. Third place went to Egg Ziglin with the Death Row Freightliner out of West Virginia at 315.19. Fourth place went to Beth Ann Scott with the Moki 2 at 314.5. Fifth place went to Jerry Martin with the Inconvenience Freightliner at 283.04. And sixth place went to Joe Mitchell with the Lady out of Georgia at 243.91. And now we will get into the 3.0 trucks. Again, there was 24 of them there. So bear with me, people. Taking the win was Corey Frank with the Calls in Trouble at 316.12. Second place went to Jeff Hostler with Flirtin' with Disaster at 314.02. Third, well, now this is interesting. So, third place, can you tell this is the first time I've read them? So, third place is actually a tie, but the interesting thing with the tie is it's with the same person in 2 different trucks.
Wow.
Or no, it's not. Hold on. I'm reading the rest. They're both named Adam. That's what we'll go with.
She needs a drink.
I do. I need sleep too. Adam Halen with the Wrecker and Adam Kincaid with the Kenny Swilling Parts both went 311.68. So then fifth place would be Dan Valance with the Farm Truck at 311.23. Sixth place would be Matt Locks with the Night Howler at 310.34. Seventh went to Mike Burton with the Backwoods Evolution at 310.29. Eighth went to Eric Huck with Slightly Overworked at 310.16. I am not a rookie. Clint, I'm not a rookie. I just hadn't drank for a while, so
That's okay. Rockies. Is it rookie or Rockies, Clint?
And I'm going to blame it all on the John Mans's camp back there. We're just going to go ahead and throw that out there. It was all their fault. I was doing fine till I went back there. They still had some contraband left over from the Kentucky run that I was helping them dispose of.
You did not hear that here.
Favor. Yeah. Ninth place went to Clint Mills with Against All Odds at 309.66. 10th place went to Nathan Hood with the Hood Rat at 309.54. 11th went to Brian Shue with the Iron Maiden at 308.92. 12th place went to Corey Frank with Troublemaker 2 at 308.57. 13th went to Garrett Locks with the Unlocked at 307.55. 14th went to Sean Osterreiter. We're going to assume that's right. With Secondhand Smoke at 306.63. 15th went to Charlie Reckert with Ain't Cheatin' Yet at 304.33. 16th went to Travis Pushlar with the Half Breed at 304.16. 17th went to Jay Hill with the Widowmaker at 303.96. 18th went to John Smith at 303.11. 19th went to Chuck Dutter at 302.81. 20th went to Jennifer Pushlar with the Hellfire at 302.54. 21st went to Dominic Gambino with the Brothers Diesel at 301.32. 22nd went to Calvin Logan with the Running Out of Room at 298.18. 23rd was Adam Halen with the Most Hated at 266.75. 24th went to Derek Amos with the Recycle Hooker at 149.03. And unfortunately, rounding out the class was Kyle Spickelman with the Old Jenny at 59.56. I do know that they were welding one Old Jenny earlier in the day, so I'm sure that he was having issues after Friday night's run and just didn't get them
They
straightened
had
out.
some issues at Sillins Grove at championship weekend too.
Yeah.
They're not having a streak of bad luck.
Yeah. There was more than a little there, GRE. More than a little.
Oh boy. Again. PG, please.
Yeah, what happens in Georgia stays in Georgia.
Thank you.
So the next class of the evening was the light protractors. I was super fortunate enough to be standing at the finish line. And of course, anywhere I go, I make friends with whoever is standing next to me. And I really talked up my light protractor friends, and thankfully they delivered. The guys that I was standing there close with, they were very knowledgeable with the whole pulling world, but never had really been to one in person. Like, they watched a lot of videos, watched a lot of, followed it on social media. And I said, you truly don't understand the power that these things are making until you see them go down the track. And thankfully, Smokey Smith delivered for me. Good job, bud. 317.44 taking the win on the Fast Forward Light Pro. Second place was also Smokey with the Black and Blue Mod Turbo at 311.61. Third place went to Justin Massey with Old Red at 306.68. Fourth place went to Daryl Stewart with the Perfect Storm at 304.28. Fifth place was Brandon Branch with the Farm Boys Toy at 300.85. Sixth place went to Bradley Seal with the Mother-in-Law's Nightmare at 298.56. Seventh place went to Ron Beasley with the Farmall Fever at 297.61. He hooked hard and was up and down on the wheelie bars, and he just lost a lot of feet there. He had incredible power, but just couldn't keep it straight and couldn't keep it on the ground. Eighth place went to Shane Scott with the Little Fast Forward again, 295.22. And unfortunately, Blue Unit and Mark Smith were having some serious mechanical issues and only went 9.2 feet. So then we get to the 3.6 Pro Stock Diesel trucks. Yep, then I was right there. I was further down than 300. I was almost there at the end, back where all the bleachers ended is where I was standing there, Brad. The 3.6 diesel trucks taking the win again was Brady Ingram with the Scheid Diesel Dodge at 334.80. Second place went to Norman Neuswanger with the Chapter 11 at 330.06. Third place went to Greg Strandl with Out of Hand at 327.75. Fourth place went to John Mans with the Crazy X at 322.29. Fifth place went to Michael Asher with Slightly Overworked at 308.10. Sixth place went to Brian Shu with the Iron Maiden at 305.16.
Oops. Sorry. I run into the microphone. Don't mind me.
Seventh place was William Kaufman with the Wasp at 293.80. And then they do not have a distance for Nathan Vey, but I thought he at least bumped the sled, but apparently he did not. Guess I wasn't paying attention at that point. With the jumping back flash. I was making friends. I was being social and doing good for the sport. That's what we're going to go with. So that rounded out the 3.6 class. And now we will go into the 2.6 Pro Street Diesel truck class. And there was, again, 28 of them. So taking
Just
the
like
win.
the night before.
I know. Imagine that.
What's important about that is nobody broke. If they did, they
Nobody
were
broke.
fixed.
Yep. Taking the win was Ed McConnell with the White Lie at 320.70. And taking second place again was Nick Kinneman with Devil's Hooker at 315.22. So he actually got 2 second places that weekend. So congratulations to Nick. Third place was Nate Woolman with Billy the Kid Reloaded at 314.6. Holy cow. They really stacked these guys up here. Fourth place went to Sheldon DeHoyveter with the Renegade Diesel at 314.07. Fifth place went to Mike Peabody with Struck by Lightning at 313.60. Sixth place was AJ Loneker with his Dodge out of Ohio at 312.70. Seventh went to JL Krieger with Midnight Rambler at 312.45. Eighth place went to JW Oliver with the Duke at 312.18. Ninth place went to Tanner Williams with Iron Will at 311.78. 10th place went to Ryan Merritt with his Dodge at 311.63. 11th place went to Doug Monroe with Bad Influence at 311.58. Tyler Rice with his Dodge went 311.26. So that's 8 trucks within a foot, 2 feet, foot and a half. That's nuts. 13th place went to Nick Filler.
No, that's pulling.
Yeah, that's pulling. That's close pulling. 13th went to Nick Filler with Primetime at 310.84. 14th place went to Ron King with the Problem Child at 310.59. Man, oh day. I'm kind of upset we didn't get to watch this class. This is awesome. 15th place went to Jason Stauffer with 310.41. 16th went to Trevor Turner with his Ford out of Kentucky at 310.24. 17th place went to Ernest Schwartz with the Bessie at 309.37. 18th place went to Leroy Hirschberger with the Wife's Nightmare at 307.97. 19th went to Gaynor Hardy at 304.13. 20th went to Joyner Wells with the Hamburglar. So we do have some different trucks that showed up. So maybe some trucks left and some trucks filled in their spot. 302.74. 21st went to Kyle Garner with Nightmare Squared at 301.79. 22nd was Luke Simpson with 100 Guns at 296.31. 23rd was Jonathan Kaufman with the Blue Shadow at 294.20. 24th went to Brent McGarity with Cashed Out at 282.02. 25th was Charles Young with his Dodge at 281.27. 26th went to Nick Zainkert with High Stakes at 239.55. 27th was Robert Young with the Booyah at 220.02. And rounding out the class and rounding out the night was Zach Glacken with On the Edge at 166.61. And we are finished. That was it. That was a wrap for Diesels and Dark Corners. I know I will be going back. The only thing I would change is I'm taking more stuff to cook in that house in, because they didn't even have an ice cream scoop in the kitchen. And when you're traveling with the Chapter 11 team, you have to have an ice cream scoop, because we eat some ice cream. Is JR there?
Yes, I am.
I was like, did he leave me? So that is honestly my only complaint, was when I was trying to make breakfast and serve up some ice cream sundaes at the end of the night. I did not have the proper tools and equipment that I needed, and it was a struggle.
Yeah.
And I am usually a pretty resourceful person, but it just didn't work. We had 5 spoons to feed 7 people ice cream. So it
Well,
just got
somebody had to share or use their hands, so
we used forks and we found some
well, that
plastic
works.
spoons. So
That works.
yeah, it was definitely so we found a house through Airbnb. There was not very many to choose from. But luckily, like Norm and his group and some other friends of ours have stayed in that house before. And they actually own 2 houses side by side. So we got it, and then the beer money guys got it. I guess they do weddings there. It's a house on a lake. It was beautiful, had like gazebos and an old fashioned barn, and we were we were living the fancy life a little bit.
Cool.
So, as Corey Forrester says, they're used to having the prim and proper, and we show up there smelling like diesel smoke and
Yeah.
have oil all over our hands. So, jokes on them. But
Awesome.
no, we had a great time. We'll definitely be going back. The guys putting the pool on did a great job. It kept running. I know they said Friday night that it was a little slower than they would have liked. But I am usually pretty particular about speed when it comes to pulling, and I didn't notice a problem. But they did a great job getting. I think there had to be 100 hooks there, each night,
Sure.
and they did.
Yep.
They did a great job getting everybody through. So
Good deal. Awesome. Everybody give Kendra a hand. She took the show on her own tonight. See, she could do it by herself.
no, I can't.
You don't need KR.
I was gonna say I wouldn't be able to figure out how to go live, but you couldn't figure it out today.
I clicked on it, okay, and it just didn't go through. I clicked the proper box. I mean, obviously, let me try this real quick. Keyboard still isn't working, so I guess I got to restart the computer. Who knows? It's just anyway.
Yes, Ray, I did pick up an extra guest at the airport. Actually, the hotel next to the airport because he can't figure out how to read screenshots and get the flight information right.
Very, very sour subject.
Yeah, it'll be okay. It'll be
I
fine.
Yeah, it'll be just fine.
Yep. So, yeah,
Okay.
I had a great time.
Good.
Got me fired up. It was a good way to officially end the 2021 pulling season for me, at least. So, anytime you can go pulling from, my first pull was Ocala, I guess, the last weekend in January to the first weekend in November. That's a pretty good pulling season. So,
Oh yeah.
had a great time.
There would have been. Try that again in English. There was a time I would have done the same thing. We're echoey, but like I say, it's we'll see. Maybe next year.
Yep. I said now I just got to get to a pull in December, and then I would have had a pull in every month. That'd have been pretty cool.
I'm sure there's an indoor antique pool somewhere. I know there's one coming up here soon at Harrisburg, I guess. Brad Peters has got a pool coming up. I need to find some information out on that, and I'm sure Ray, you're in here. I'm sure you know about it. That should be coming up pretty soon. Next 10 days, 9 days, 10 days, I think it is. I have to look that up. We'll put that on the schedule for next week's show. Next week, I'm not sure what we're gonna have a show. I don't know if it'll be a video show or if I can get somebody lined up in time. Again, extremely busy couple weeks, extremely busy weekend coming up, and it's going to be hard to have the time to talk to anybody unless Kendra has luck with anybody. But so far, it's not worked out.
I know that right now is the prime of Cole's wrestling season.
Absolutely.
So it'll have to be around their schedule with going to visit and watch him.
Sure.
So
Understandable. Family first. Yep.
And when you got a kid wrestling for the Air Force, you make time to go see that. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to my buddy Cole there. So. There you go. 19th and 20th at the Farm Show building.
19th and 20th, 2-day show now. 19th and 20th at the Pennsylvania Farm Show Complex in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So it's a big I know that gets a lot of tractors, so I'm sure this will be no different, and it is spread across 2 days now. So,
and excellent. I heard White Pine, Tennessee? I heard they had a heck of a show there.
Yes, always. Yep. Yeah, I was scheduled back in March to go, but it just there was no way it was going to happen. Not this close to banquet week. It just is what it is. But we're going to try to make it happen next year, I guess. So somehow or another. Hopefully the weekends will divide up a little better, and we can 8 a.m. both days, the 19th and 20th of November. So, okay. Just may have to see about that, Ray. I'm sure I'll see you this coming weekend. We'll have to discuss that a little bit. But anyway, it's almost 9 o'clock. Thank you, Kendra. Awesome job getting all those results out there, which I knew you could do it. So
yeah.
See, you can handle the show by yourself. See?
No.
Kidding. Not kidding. But anyway, thanks for watching. And Chris, one day I can schedule one thing and something comes up, and then it just totally throws the whole scheduling off for the show. And I've already wanted to have a guest on here by now, but it just didn't happen yet. So just hang in there. We'll make it happen one night. But okay, like, subscribe, share. We appreciate you watching tonight, watching Kendra do all the work tonight. So I'm going to head out here.
Listen to me talk for an hour.
And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to log off of here. I'm going to talk to Kendra for a couple of minutes. And I'm shutting this computer off, and I'm going to bed because I've been up literally since anywhere from 2 to 3 a.m. at least the last 3 or 4 nights. So I've had enough. But we're caught up. Banquet time. Looking forward to it. That's what you do. You push till you get done. Period. That's the only way I can get it done. So, but anything else, Kendra?
Nope, that's it.
Nothing.
I'm not.
I'm not a weakling. I'm tired, Clint. I'm tired of technology right now.
Yep.
Tired of technology. So.
Yep. I'm ready for the banquet this weekend, and then it's Christmas time.
Oh, that's right.
I am one of those people. Are you talking about the banquet?
Yeah, you're going to be at the banquet.
I will be at the banquet.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. But anyway, I am one of those people. Let everybody hate me now. I got my first Christmas tree up. Planning on putting the second one up coming up next week.
Out there.
I said, I
it's
justified it with, I live in a townhouse and I don't have many lights up here on the second floor, and it gets dark at 5 o'clock now. So I need the extra light up here to live. So that's what I'm going to go with. So, I'm not watching Christmas movies and I'm not listening to Christmas music. So I've just got my trees up.
That's coming, trust me. Here. She was working on Thanksgiving here while I'm on the show here, but I'm sure when I go out there, the place will be nicely decorated for Thanksgiving. And then it'll be knock, knock, knock. Hey, can you go to the shed and unload the 25 totes of Christmas junk decorations that we have? Excuse me, Christmas decorations we have every year.
Yep. Holding is done. It's on to the next thing. So.
Just keep it simple. But anyway, okay, we'll see. We plan to hopefully be out there Friday evening. So at the banquet, we got a room for a couple of days. So
nice.
Yes, even the youngins are coming with us. So believe it or not,
cool.
The little ones. Yeah, the little ones. So okay, we've taken enough of your time. It's 9:02. Kendra, again, thank you. I'll be right back, and everybody else will be back here next Wednesday, be it a video show or somebody we can get lined up to come on here and shoot the breeze. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you next Wednesday.
See ya.
Maybe.
Maybe the show will end.
Hey, it started twice.